Ukrainian army celebrated the Independence Day with the military operation in Crimea. This was the first time the Ukrainian flag flew on the peninsula in almost 9 years. The Defense Ministry's Main Directorate of Intelligence (HUR) reported clashes between Ukrainian forces and Russian occupiers near the Olenivka and Mayak villages. While Russian-installed authorities in Crimea have not officially responded, Ukrainian military intelligence shared the video of the operation, including the rising of the Ukrainian state flag. During the execution of the task, the Ukrainian defenders engaged in combat with the units of the occupier. As a result, the enemy suffered losses among the personnel and military equipment. Also, the state flag was raised in the Ukrainian Crimea again, military intelligence said. Ukrainian soldiers named this mission a special operation, mocking the way Putin keeps calling the war between Russia and Ukraine. Notably, nobody but occupiers suffered in several combats that took place this morning. The occupation administration remained silent regarding the event. Meanwhile, Ukrainian military intelligence reported that all goals and tasks of the operation have been completed. But does this operation have only symbolic meaning? Not at all. By doing such an act, the Ukrainian army demonstrated to the whole world that Russia is not the one that prevails in the ongoing war. On the eve of the raid in Crimea, Ukraine successfully eliminated Russian S-400 Triumph, long-range anti-aircraft system. Military intelligence has stated that since the amount of such complexes is limited, the Russian air defense system will suffer greatly. Kirill Budanov, the chief of military intelligence, noted that armed forces of the country are now able to hit Crimea anywhere. Those who have done any bad things better leave, he said. Did occupiers get scared? They were so frightened by successful operation that Russian security forces launched several searches in houses of Crimean Tatars. The peninsula has been the home of the local ethnos of Tatars for long, and it's believed among Russians that they keep spying for Ukraine and serving the motherland as partisans. Rifat Chubarov, the chairman of the Majlis of the Crimean Tatar people, shared that since 4 a.m. Russian security forces have been conducting house searches hoping to find collaborators. He also suggests that these actions are driven by fears of the liberation of Crimea. But still, Russia didn't miss a chance to hurt civilians at the important day of Ukraine. 10 citizens of Dnipro, one of the largest Ukrainian cities, were injured after a Russian missile attack. 6 of them were hospitalized. Situated in the eastern region of Ukraine, the city of Dnipro became a crucial humanitarian point. Since the beginning of the extensive invasion, Russia has kept hitting this city with the missile strikes. Nevertheless, its government denies intentionally targeting civilians. As a result of these attacks, residential buildings and other civilian infrastructure were heavily damaged. Another city that suffered from the terrorist state is Kherson. A missile attack on Thursday caused 3 people, including a child, to be wounded. Altogether, throughout the day, Russia conducted 5 missile strikes and 34 aerial attacks. Anyways, Ukrainian armed forces managed to achieve sufficient progress in several directions on the front. Currently, Ukrainian forces are making headway and solidifying their positions in the regions of Novodanilivka and Novoprokopievka within Zaporizhia Oblast. In addition to this, Ukrainian defense forces are advancing on the Melitopol front, securing the territory they have gained recently. Furthermore, the Ukrainian defense forces are continuing their advance to the south of Bakhmut. They are consolidating their positions along the front. Among the positive news being celebrated by Ukrainians, today is the demise of Yevgeny Prigozhin, the Russian mercenary leader. He was a passenger on a plane that crashed in Russia's Tver region just yesterday. While Russian authorities have officially labeled the incident as an act of terrorism, doubts have been cast by journalists and leaders worldwide over these claims. Notably, the plane carried members of the Wagner mercenary group, known for their significant involvement in the war in Ukraine. Only 24 hours after the crash, Putin expressed his condolences to the victims' families, calling the incident a tragedy. Currently, the international community is concerned about what further actions of the Wagner Group will be. Even though this military organization lost most of its commanders in the plane crash, the Wagner Group is still capable of causing destruction and destabilizing the front in Ukraine. One of the versions suggests that members of the group can go against the Putin regime like they have already tried to do 2 months ago. Right after the official announcement of the death of Prigozhin, Russian Telegram channels started sharing videos of the Wagner Group members vowing to bring revenge. Finishing this full victories day, a wave of international support has surged in. Several countries have donated a weapon in order to boost Ukraine's counteroffensive. Norway has delivered a substantial aid package to Ukraine. Its government has decided to provide Ukraine with IRIS-T air defense system missiles, along with equipment for demining. But the best news is that Norway's Prime Minister has confirmed that the country will donate several F-16 fighter jets. Meanwhile, Portugal will be responsible for training process of Ukrainian pilots and engineering personnel. Germany has delivered Patriot air defense system missiles. As well, in addition to this, the shipment comprises not only Patriot missiles, but also 8 drone detection systems, 40 reconnaissance drones RQ-35 Hadron, 16 Zetras trucks, and a substantial 510,000 rounds of ammunition. So how will this huge military support influence current conflict? We cannot give you a definite answer, but we will be much closer to it in the next video. So stay tuned.